Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. Let's play Pikmin 2. In this episode, we're going to be going to the Perplexing Pool. Last episode, we discovered yellow Pikmin. And this time, we're going to be putting them into use at the first dungeon of the Perplexing Pool. Now, the way this game works is that the Perplexing Pool and the Awakening Wood both have 4 dungeons each. And the Valley Repose has 3 dungeons. I won't say the amount of dungeons in other regions yet, but let's just save that for now. We have 4 dungeons to explore in the Perplexing Pool. Although we're not going to be doing all of them quite yet, you know. Probably just 1, maybe 2 of them actually. I know there's another one we could do with just mostly yellow Pikmin, but we don't really have that much yellow Pikmin yet. But there's also some above ground treasures I suppose we could take care of while we're here at the Perplexing Pool. But first of all, let's do that dungeon. You are going to need some white Pikmin in this dungeon, so let's just bring all 15 of what we got. Yeah, there we go. And then you're also going to want just mainly red and yellows with you, but you know what? Why don't we just take all of them with us? But how are we going to divide them? Because, like, oh, well, duh. Wow, I'm stupid. But then again, like, see, what I'm thinking of is that, like, how do I explain this? Like, essentially, we have 4 types of Pikmin that we're going to bring with us into this dungeon. So that means, and that divides into 25 each. But we don't have 25 whites, is my issue. But we do have 25 purples, so that's no problem. And we could afford to lose some reds because there are some ivory candy pop buds in the dungeon. So what we're gonna do is we're going to bring let's bring 30 reds, or should we bring 35? Just bring 35 for now and see how many yellows we have, because we don't quite have 100 yellows yet. I know that. How many do we have? 77. Yeah, we got 77. We got plenty. Okay, 25 yellows. Okay, so that works perfectly. So essentially, we're just gonna be low on whites going in. That's fine. I mean, like, the thing is that the reason why you need whites in this dungeon is not because there's poison in this dungeon. In fact, there isn't. Mainly, the only elements we have to worry about are fire and another one. My sensors are giving out foreboding signals. These signals could very well mean that this hole is filled with wretched, nasty bugs. Vicious program-terminating bugs. Program-terminating? What? I think you're looking a little too deep into this, ship, but okay. I'll take your word for it. Anyways, this is the Citadel of Spiders. So, I'm just gonna come out and say it right now. The second element we'll be dealing with in this dungeon is electricity. And the main purpose of yellow Pikmin in this game is that they are immune to electricity instead of carrying bombs. That's basically the main difference with yellow Pikmin in this game and the first game. So, into the dungeon we go. I believe this is the 4th dungeon we've explored in this game. Yep, sounds about right. Okay. So the Citadel of Spiders is also about 5 sub-levels, so again, it's about just as easy as the other 2 we've taken on so far. Alright, so what do we got here? Mostly on this floor, we're just going to be dealing with shearwigs, and we got some new enemies. These are called, God damn it. I am terrible at names lately, aren't I? I am. Basically, they disguise themselves as leaves, but other than that, they're not really dangerous Pikmin. They don't kill them or anything. But damn, I really wish I was better at naming, you know, the Pikmin enemies, but whatever. Okay, so that was pointless. This tunnel right here is here for no reason. Let's figure out what else we got here. But I do know there are shearwigs on this floor. I can definitely promise you that. Hello, where are you, shearwigs? And quit tripping, Pikmin! That's the most annoying thing about this game is that one of the most annoying things about this game is that Pikmin sometimes trip, which can be a huge issue if you're being chased by enemies. So, just be wary of that. So we'll carry that shearwig back to base. What do we got over here? So one of these guys, fine. Yeah, mostly these guys right here, you're only gonna encounter them in the Perplexing Pool and the dungeons below the Perplexing Pool. But, oh crap. Shoot! Shoot! Okay, okay, fine, we're good, we're good. What happened there was basically a domino effect, you could say. I do not like domino effects in video games, that's for sure. They just create more enemies than you know what to deal with. Okay, we got no leaf enemy over there. Fine, fine, fine. Mostly just regular stuff that you can't really be afraid of. Well, I guess it's one thing that's common about the dungeons, you know, at least in the very start of the game, is that most of them are pretty harmless later. Like, the first sub-level is always harmless, so I guess you could make that argument. Okay. I think those are all the enemies we're going to encounter on this floor, so now we just need to get the soul treasure that's on this floor. I mean, this is so much like the first sub-level of Hole of Beast, man. What the heck? We got some repeating elements here. Although at least the treasure's not repeating. So here we got a tomato. Let's see what creative name the game comes up with. That. Another day where I cannot talk is going by. I just love that. Love nuggets. Ah, the lovely nuggets. And it's pouring out there. It's really rainy today. Although like it typically is over at, you know, back in my home, Western Washington. It's really nice to be on spring break. I can definitely tell you guys that. Of course, I won't be on spring break by the time you see this. So I'll probably be stressed out as hell. Because I got, like, the most challenging courses yet so far in college coming up this quarter. I'm definitely not looking forward to them. But that's what makes me glad I'm pre-recording these Let's Plays. So that you guys will have something to watch while I'm stressing out like hell on those courses. But, man. I mean, like, they're not... A couple of them aren't that bad. Like, a couple of them are pretty easy. Like, notoriously easy. But you can go either way with that. Oh, nectar. Okay, so yellows are going to want that. Because we haven't flowered up any of our yellows yet. Usually what I do, as far as, you know, flowering Pikmin goes, is I usually wait until I have 100 of a certain color Pikmin. And then I flower all 100 of those Pikmin. But... You know, and the reason why I do this is because when you are taking Pikmin out of an onion, you have over 100. The way it works is if you do take 100 Pikmin out, the onion's gonna first take out the flowers, and then the buds, and then the leaves. Like, it's gonna save the leaves for last, if that makes any sense. So basically, the game just assumes that you want flowers first, which is a good assumption. But on this floor, obviously, you're gonna be dealing with fire, and we've also got yellow Wollywogs, so I'm gonna bring reds with so we can deal with the fire, and also there's a white among us. No whites. Oh boy, the discrimination is happening. Okay, there we go. Although it's like I'm not gonna go into that. Don't really need to. There we go. That's the safest way to attack the yellow Wollywogs. Well, basically both kinds of Wollywogs we'll get into it the other kinds later. Okay, we got treasure right there, which looks like lip balm. Okay. Or lipstick, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Oh, frick. Another yellow Wollywog. Fine. Fine, be that way. Try to crush on me. You'll never do it, though. Just try me. Okay. Just make sure no Pikmin are under them while he's going down, basically. Is simply the way of putting it. Oh, shoot. Oh! Oh, God. We almost lost Pikmin there. That was really close. Like, so far, I've had a deathless run. Like, can you guys believe that? I've had a deathless run so far, as far as Pikmin goes. And here we got a new enemy. These guys are called the, what's like the name? They're called, like, these particular enemies are called Dweevils, but there's different variations of Dweevils that represent different elements. Like, this is the Fiery Dweevil, but I don't know if that's the actual name of it. But basically, the way it works is the color, oftentimes the color of a Dweevil represents the element that's associated with. And the reason why they're associated with elements is because they will emit fire. Yeah, see right there. Like, for instance, the Fiery Dweevil, like it just did, it will emit fire if it feels threatened by Pikmin. And usually, Dweevils are usually harmless, unless you attack them. Then they will become dangerous, but typically they're pretty harmless creatures. But since we're trying to steal stuff from all these enemies and kill them, essentially, they're not going to be friendly. And they have every right to do that, pretty much, because we're attacking them. We're essentially invading their homelands, and there's nothing that they can do about it except try to defend themselves, which is kind of gruesome if you think about it, but I don't know. It's the Pikmin universe, and it's not like we're trying to encourage this in real life, you know. Gonna take these flames down. Gonna douse the flames. If you can do that, and be like, if you can have enough Pikmin to where you can destroy it in between, like, or I mean, like, disable it with, like, in between it shooting flames, and it doesn't really matter what color Pikmin you have. But we're gonna soon we're gonna see that that's not gonna be the case with electricity. So we haven't encountered electricity yet. We're not gonna encounter that until later 4, I believe. It might be the next one, but if I'm not mistaken, it might be the next one, I guess, after that. Yellow Pikmin are also good to have because not only because they are resistant to electricity, but just like in the first thing, like the one thing that carries over from the first game about Yellow Pikmin is that they do like they are thrown the highest out of all Pikmin. Like they do go up a lot higher than most Pikmin do when you throw them. So, and we got the Creative Inspiration, which is a Royal Crown Cola caps. Okay. More of these soda bottle caps to keep, I guess. It's pretty cool. Can't argue with that. Another one to add to the collection, as Plankton would put it. Paradoxical Enigma. Okay. All Roy teeth in. And finally, the lip balm. Gosh, this reminds me of earlier this month when I let a girl put makeup on me, and boy, was that interesting. Anyways, it's called lip service, what the treasure is called. But yes, I wore makeup for the first time, and when my dad saw it on Facebook, he told me I looked like Marilyn Manson, which I guess could be, I guess doesn't matter. I honestly don't give a damn like what people thought of it. I honestly don't. I mean, like I put it on there for a reason, so people can see it, but like, nah. Really care if I got criticized for it, because I don't give a fuck. Okay, get them picks over to the ship and bring this Fiery Dweevil over, because I'm so greedy for money that I want to have every last corpse brought to the ship so we can salvage as much money as possible and have as much Pokos as possible, because I'm so greedy. And that was only 2 Pokos, but I don't give a shit because I'm so greedy. No, I'm kidding. It's Moar Monday all over again, isn't it? Yeah. Although I don't know if you guys are... No, you guys aren't watching this Monday because this Let's Play is publishing on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays. That's right. Alright. Next floor. Alright, so on this floor, we're probably going to run to electricity for the first time. Yep, I just remembered. Alright, so let's get this over with. We'll be back here. I want to check what's over here first. I'll shoot more of these guys. Okay, so... Oh yeah, this! This is a new type of flower that was not in the first game. And as you can see, it changes colors. Like, it goes from red to yellow, then back to red. Basically what it does, it could essentially increase the amount of Pikmin you have. Like, if you throw, let's say you throw a red Pikmin in when it's red, or you can throw a yellow Pikmin in when it's red. But either way, when it does that, if you have less than 100 Pikmin, which I don't, so it's not going to do anything here, but, if you have less than 100 Pikmin, you're going to get, it's going to expel more Pikmin than you have in the color that it was, so... It doesn't matter what color Pikmin you throw into it, depends on what color it is at the moment you throw it in. But if you have only 100 Pikmin, I mean, if you already have 100 Pikmin, that's not going to do anything. It's just going to make that Pikmin turn into a leaf and into whatever color the Candy Papa. But it's called the Queen Candy Papa, in case you're wondering. So, finally, a name that I remembered. Also, another name that I remembered is Anode Beetles. That's what these guys are called. Anode Beetles are pretty dangerous to Pikmin, and we need to deal with this guy real quick. Because he's getting on my nerves. Nerves, man. Deal with him real quick. Okay, there we go. And now, with your yellow Pikmin, because that's how they mate, is that... Okay, basically, these guys are only dangerous if there's 2 or more. If there's only 1 in a particular area, then they're perfectly safe and they're not going to hurt your Pikmin. But basically, if there are 2 or more of them, then you need to be careful because they do... What they do is that they connect each... They how do I explain this? It's basically how they mate, is that they connect through an electrical charge. And that charge could instantly kill Pikmin if they're not yellow and they're in that line of charge. If that makes any sense. I don't know, I'm trying to explain this and I'm not really good at stuff like this, but... Yeah. I mean, I learned all about this stuff in physical science, but that was so long ago. I'm not in chemistry anymore. I might take some while I'm in college, but, you know, for now, I'm a little rusty on this whole electricity thing and how it works. Anyways, yeah, they're just dangerous when there's 2 or more of them in an area. And right here behind here we got a treasure, so let's get that. Although I get the feeling that something's not right. There's a wall in front of it. Yep, frickin' of course, a frickin' swooping snitch bug. You kill this guy and while at the same time ready to pick up the treasure. And there we go. Just letting you know, whenever you encounter a treasure that's behind a wall and it's like guarded in some way, then be careful. The game is most likely gonna have in place some sort of booby trap. In this case, it was a swooping snitch bug, but in cases later on, the game might be something a lot more dangerous. Here we got Sunlock water chestnuts. Those patience tester. You devious computer, you. Okay. But that's not the only treasure we got in this floor, so we're not ready to leave quite yet. We got another whole area of this dungeon. I mean, another whole area of this floor to explore. Quit tripping! Thank you. This reminds me of that Brawl Taunts video where it goes like, the conclusion, gay tripping is gay. It's just from that stupid Brawl Taunts video I watched a while back. Oh, frick. Okay, be careful. When they're doing that is when they're dangerous, but otherwise just throw your Pikmin on top of them and they will be able to just attack these things are basically a lot like the iridescent flint beetles in that they're invulnerable until you put them on their side, and the only way to do that is by throwing Pikmin onto them. So until you do that, they're completely invulnerable. And freaking swooping snitch bug, go away! Nobody invited you to the party. Nobody did. Nobody in the right mind did, as far as I know. Okay, back to what we were doing. If there's only 2 of them, might as well just throw. You can just throw a purple Pikmin on them; they'll instantly make them go down. Even if the purple Pikmin don't land on spots, so that's another advantage to using purples. But still, you gotta be careful. You gotta make sure that they're not doing the charge thing while there's, 1 or 2 others around. So be careful of that. But otherwise, I think we took care of this floor just fine. We still, once again, haven't lost any Pikmin yet, which is still a very big surprise. Oh wait, this is just the. Usually, the only thing you don't have to worry about is like the holes. Like they're almost always never guarded. So, I mean, there kind of will be a way for them to do that later on, but now you don't have to worry about that. So here's our other treasures. This is one of the 2 treasures in the dungeon that are completely berries. That's why you need white Pikmin in this dungeon. That's really the whole reason we brought them. Purple Pikmin just so that we can deal with the enemies a lot faster. But other than that, really, the only Pikmin you really need in this floor, in this sub-level, are yellows, reds, and some whites just to get the completely berry treasures. But other than that, you're pretty much good. Oh, shoot. Is this guy all alone? Seriously? I'm debating on just letting him be, because that guy's all alone, so like there's nobody to I feel like it might be more torture just to leave him here alone, because like he's not gonna be able to mate with there's no other beetles on this floor. Damn. All right, guys. For once, I'm gonna kill an enemy out of mercy, not just to be a jerk, but out of mercy. There. I killed him out of mercy, which makes it totally okay. Okay, no, it doesn't. Do not do this at home, kids. Do not at all. This is not good. Mercy is not always a good reason to kill someone. Just saying. Okay, so with that, we're officially all done with this floor, I do believe. Yeah, looks like it. So we're ready to leave. Ready to leave. So let's get going to the next sub-level.